always flying, engines blowing full. Side by side, leading into the fight, chasing that checkered flag at night. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust. Ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. British steel, we're tough as nails. One lap closer, bringing trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back. Got mud in the gears, fuel in the veins, working all week just to feel this strength. On the edge, we don't play it safe. Running that wall, we're hitting the brake. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust. Ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. British steel, we're tough as nails. One lap closer, bringing trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back for some more ARCAgeddon as we are here at Lucas Oil here tonight. I'll tell you what, these cars are fire here at this track. This is going to be a great race here tonight. Looking to be a stout field as last night's thriller won by Damian Ward with a close second place by Keith Hackney. Does not look like Ward is in here right now, but Keith Hackney is in here currently with the quick time here in practice. So Hackney out there getting a little bit of more lap times in that number 69. How's everybody doing tonight? What's up, everybody? Looks like we got, Shane Wetherington has made his way in. I do know we got a couple people that have not made it in yet, trying to get that update. Cody Nevin, you are one of them. If you're out there watching, looks like we got about 7 minutes left here in practice. As these guys run some laps, let's go find somebody else to roll on with. I'll tell you what, these times aren't looking too spread out. We could have a great race here. Timothy Mesmer going to jump up to the number 2 spot. Landon Moody currently in the 3rd spot. Tommy Cohick, after the barrel roll yesterday, looking for a little bit of redemption in that number 4 position. You're coming, yeah. I added an extra couple minutes, so you still have about 6 minutes before we get into qualifying. And let's see, I'll tell you how much. There's about 8 more minutes to get in here. About 8 more minutes, guys. So you do have a little bit of time to get in here if you're trying to. Part of the reason I wanted to jump in a little bit early, but Tommy taking one hell of a tumble there last night. Looks like these guys are starting to pile in as it stands right now. Looks like Kinder Weaver are going to jump in. Let's see. Nobody else? I don't know what. Somebody needs to tell Clint to get a little closer to the McDonald's. His ping is super high. Let's go ahead and change this over to race control. On Discord. What about on Discord? What did I do? What is on Discord? Oh, you DM'd me. Kane with the 5 goats. Appreciate that, Kane. Definitely appreciate that. What are you talking about? The weird things that is what normal? I'm confused, Demon. Oh, huh. Does it let you join? Are you in here with me? It shouldn't let you join. Appreciate that. Oh, 5 lightning. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, guys. Oh, okay. No, that's new. I've never seen that either. Is that what you were talking about, the join? All right, so the track is starting to slow down a little bit for these guys as they roll around the track right now. It looks like Keith Hackney is about 3 100s quicker than Timothy. Landon Moody 1 100 slower than Timothy. I'll tell you what, that top 4 are super close. Justin Sick not too far back with a 16.7. Got Bill Sleep out on the track. Yeah, I know you are. You got a little bit of time. How much time you got? Let's see. I'll tell you. Let me tell you. You got about 5.5 minutes before it closes out the session. But I'll tell you what, you get in here late, it's not going to be, ouch. It's not going to be too much to figure out. All right, so how much time we got? Who else we got out? We got Bill Sleep out here. He is not putting any laps in right now. Kinder out on the track trying to get that number 23 figured out. He is a little bit off the pace as it stands right now. Joey Kurt out there in the number 11 machine putting in those laps. Burning in this track. This could make things interesting. If you, did you update everything or just what you needed? Brandon Barnhart making an appearance in the 101. So Barnhart coming out in the 101, looking to play a little bit. It is open. We got about 5 more minutes before. Oh my God. Oh my God, Kinder going for a tumble there. That is not the place to park it. Hackney going to come out and get a few more laps in. You know, Cody, you're failing me here. You're failing me. Let's see who else we got coming in here right now. I mean, we got a decent field right now. Right now, everybody is, you tested it. Did it let you in or no? Oh, you said no. Oh, I see. All right, so I'm just looking to see who has made it in the session. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that and this. Jump back out on the track. These guys trying to figure out the course. Got the 71 of Dylan out there. I'll tell you what, one thing I was surprised about these cars on this track, they almost feel like they belong on dirt here. This track should be super racy here tonight. Might have a couple guys that struggle a bit. Lap traffic could become an issue a little bit sooner. Oh, Barnhart, big save in the 101. I expect Barnhart to figure this out pretty quick. Oh, he got it. 85% done. You got, let's see how much time we got. We got about 2.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes left to get in the session. Oh, looks like the 71 figured out that corner. Got a little loose out. Oh, Barnhart. Big save out of the 101. These guys trying to figure this thing out. Definitely not a normal task with these cars, but they are super racy. I think ultimately these guys are going to get it figured out here tonight. Oswego yesterday was way harder than this track to drive in these cars. This track is going to be a little tighter and closer, so we're going to see how things end up here tonight. Let's see who we got out on the track. We got Timothy out there still grinding some. Oh my God, you can't park there, Timothy. Grinding some laps down as we're getting into qualifying. Looks like they got about 1 minute and 40 seconds to still get in here. If you get in here before that time is up, you will be able to race here tonight. We are taking 18 to the feature. As it stands right now, we are under that number. Shane going to pull out on the track. You got 3 laps, guys. 3 laps. Shane Weatherington going to jump out on the track in the number 5 machine. I don't see him on dirt very often, so he's got some talent, though. I'm not going to count him out in that number 5 machine. Tommy Cohick out there. Curtis Griffin out there. Brandon Barnhart out there. This track is warring a little bit more. We're going to see how these guys are able to handle those changes. See what kind of lap times they're able to run. As Tommy's going to go quick time with a 16.860 as he goes to the top of the charts. Joey Kirk going to go in that number 2 spot. Shane Weatherington in 4th. Kinder Weaver in 5th. And Jesse Baker in that number 6 spot. Curtis Griffin going to go 3rd quick. as they do have 3 laps here to get these laps figured out. What's up, Greg? What's up, buddy? Here comes Moody out of turn number 4. Turn up those car sounds a little bit. As Moody's going to go quick time with a 16.844. Currently at the top of the charts, but Tommy Cohick going to jump him with a 16.815. Let's go sleep, says Mayo. What's up, Mayo? I love seeing everybody. I love how YouTube's really been starting to pick it up a lot here lately. Justin Sick out on the track. Let's see if Landon Moody's able to pick it up on lap number 3. He's going to come across the line. Definitely gave it a little too much. Does not pick up the pace. Landon Moody so far is looking to start in second. Justin Sick out there in the number 2 machine as he is going to come across the line to complete lap number 2. Let's see if he's able to pick up the pace here on lap number 3. Yeah, I know they already said 9. That should be fun. What track are Laguna? Oh, man. I love that track. As Justin Sick going to come across the line, not able to pick up the pace. He's currently going to sit in that number 7 position. Brandon Barnhart has moved up to the number 5 spot, but we are on with Timothy Mesmer. This could be one of the quick guys out here tonight as he heads through turn number 3 and 4 down the front straightaway. Where's Timothy going to put that number 2 machine? Oh, he must have got the wall. It did not count. Keith Hackney goes quick time with a 16.733, a blistering time out of Keith Hackney. Let's see if Timothy Mesmer is able to pick up the pace on lap number 2. He's going to bounce the wall. He's going to go 4th quick with a 16.876. Oh, you got in just a little too late then, probably. We got 3 more this week as Timothy going to start in the number 2 spot as he jumps up that time with a 16.809. Connor McGowan out on the track. Let's see if we got anybody else trying to pick their way in. The 20 is Jacob Fields. Ooh, will Jacob Fields be able, as registered? It might let him come in here. It is going to let him come in here. So Jacob Fields is going to be able to run here tonight. Timothy Mesmer in that number 2 spot. Bill Sleep, I don't know if he's just starting in the back. He did not do a lap. Let's see who we got out on the track as Taylor is trying to figure out that number 56 machine. What's up, Steele? Good to see Jacob out here. I know he's big on watching the UMP races. He likes to show up for the ones I broadcast. Go Timothy. Yeah, Timothy had a good run there. Yeah, I hope we get another good one. Last night was phenomenal. We definitely have some cars here. It looks like we might have enough to send somebody home. So it looks like we might be getting an LCQ here tonight. Yeah, Timothy's second quick. Taylor's is struggling out there in that number 56 machine. We're going to hopefully get him back together in the heat race, but we do have a heat race and a Consi for a sticker race. I think he's expert. Yeah, for running out of control, or yeah, for a stick racer. Darren going to go 13th quick and the 19 into the wall for Darren. Darren, you do have another lap, so you have 3 laps, so you're good. Oh, never mind. We're out of time. All right, I'm going to do a quick driver's meeting here when it starts gridding you guys up. All right, guys, it's, basic rules here. We are going to take top 3 from each of the heat races, and then it'll take everybody else in the Consi. We're going to take a total of 18 into the feature here tonight. I think we are just over that, so we'll be sending 1 or 2 people home here tonight. At least, I think a few more people jumped in, and I didn't even realize it. It looks like we got 20 in here. All right, so it should be 2 7-car heat races and 1 6-car heat race. All starts will be on leader here tonight. Biggest thing here is I know that this is an odd car. People are going to make mistakes in this combination. I hope you guys are having fun because that is what this is all about. So if you get mad at somebody, I don't care if you mic up and tell them they're an idiot, but just keep it at 1 and done. I don't want to keep it going. If you do keep it going, I'll probably remove you just because we're all here to have fun. It's week 13. Make sure you guys watch the stream over on MDiTV on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok. I'm not live on Kick. All right, so Keith Hackney going to lead the field here in heat race number 1. It is going to be Keith Hackney starting on the pole here tonight. Yeah, it is. Landon Moody in second. Going to be Brandon Barnhart in that number 3 spot. Connor McGowan in 4th. Going to be Miller in that number 5 position. Akins in 6th. And Bill Sleep did not grid up in that number 65. So I think Bill might have thought, hey, I don't want to get in the way. He could have gotten in the way. Wouldn't have hurt my feelings. As they are going to look for the green flag here. This time by Hackney and Moody on that front row. Yeah, that sucks, Nevin. We got Eldora tomorrow, and you're already updated. Well, no, you got softball tomorrow, don't you? We still got Cedar Lake and Knoxville left, so looking for the green flag out of turn number 4. Green flag is out. Oh, they're sideways in the back. They're going to keep it straight as they come into turn number 1 and 2. Moody's going to go to the high side. Let's see if he can get that momentum as Barnhart rolls down low out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Barnhart. Connor going to go up over the cushion, up onto the flat. That's going to cost him time as we watch the battle for second. Moody trying to reel in that number 69. He might a little bit there in turn number 1 and 2, down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. They're going to come at us as Hackney leads the way. Moody in 2nd. Brandon Barnhart in 3rd. Connor in 4th. Akins in 5th. And Miller in that number 6 spot. Top 3 going to transfer through on this. Everybody else is going to end up in a Consi. But just most of these guys are still going to make it here tonight as they come down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Go Moody in the chat as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Single file for now. It's a lot like what we seen yesterday. We'll see if heat race number 2 picks it up a bit as Barnhart trying to gain some ground on Moody as they head into turn number 1 and 2. So far, keeping it lean and green as they're halfway through heat race number 1 down the back straightaway. Let's see how this track, it's going to be interesting to see how this track wears tonight with these big, heavy cars as they roll through turn number 1 and 2. Will this track get slick? Will we see multiple grooves later on? I think we might. I was able to run the top and the bottom on a 69% slick track, so it could get interesting late in this one. Oh, Moody's going to grab the wall down the front straightaway. Top 3 are the show right now as they come out of turn number 2. Looks like Pierce Akins is struggling a little bit in this number 25. I don't think he got any practice in as it looks like Barnhart is closing the gap on the number 84, Landon Moody. Moody searching for lines and speed. Barnhart has the speed. He is closing that gap. We might end up with a race. No, we're coming to the checkered. Out of turn number 4, it's going to be Keith Hackney with the win. Moody 2nd. Barnhart. Oh, Miller having trouble. Connor's going to finish in 4th. Akins in 5th. Miller's going to be in that number 6 spot. Getting ready for heat race number 2 as they're going to pull out on the track. Timothy going to start these guys on the pole here tonight. We get out there with the camera. All right, it's going to be Timothy starting on the pole here in heat race number 2. This place. Yeah, it'll be cool. Honestly, they drive really well here, and it looks like they're going to race well. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. It's going to be Joey Kirk on the outside pole with Shane Weatherington starting on the inside of row number 2. Going to be Jesse Baker outside of him in that number 4 spot, with Clint Sheehan starting in 5th, Logan Bright in 6th, and Dylan in that number 7 spot. Going to be 8 laps here. Will everybody grid up? Is Timothy still in here? There he is. Looks like we lost Logan and Dylan. So I think it's going to take everybody that's in here. I think it's going to take everybody that's left. I think enough people left that it's going to take everybody to the feature. I don't know if it's going to run the Consi or not. All right, so they're going to go looking for the green flag. Look, we still got an 11. Yeah, go have fun, Greg. I'll talk to you later, Greg. As we are going to look for that green flag next time by. All right, start is on leader. Starts on leader anywhere. Middle, I didn't specify it earlier, but it's middle of 3 and 4 on out. So no starts in 3. Middle of 3 and 4 on out. All right, we are looking for the green flag as they are coming down the back straightaway. It is going to be Timothy and Joey on that front row. I don't know who to pick in this one. I don't know a whole lot about Jody, but they are side by side into turn number 3 and 4. Green flag is out as Timothy's on the gas out of turn number 4. Joey's going to slide in that number 2 spot. Shane Weatherington in the number 3 position. Could we end up with a battle up at the front here? Timothy is looking to set sail as these guys try to duke it out for the number 2 position. Joey gets way sideways heading into turn number 3. Bangs the wall down into 3 and 4. Out of turn 4 down the front straightaway. Timothy's going to grab that wall down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Weatherington just lost a ton of time in turn number 1 and 2. Jesse Baker closed in on that back bumper. Looks like Weatherington is able to hold on as Joey Kirk is definitely picking up the pace a little bit here. He is 1/10 behind Timothy, but definitely looking a little bit cleaner in that number 11. Can he close that gap? The track condition is going to play a big role here tonight. Where that throttle management could really matter is when we get that slick in the middle. The bottom side could be good through the slick slide job. Top side, we don't know what it's going to do as they come out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway to turn number 3 and 4. Halfway through heat race number 2 as Timothy leads the way. I'll tell you what, guys, I promise you, that gets racier as the track gets slicker, as Clint Sheehan going to have issues. He is facing the wrong way, gets it pointed the right way, now down into the grass. Just break down there as the caution flag comes out. Yeah, Clint just lost it. Yeah, he throttled up the wrong way. I think, yeah, he's lifted in the wrong spot. He needs to lift and then let it start to rotate and then get into the throttle. That's what Clint's doing right now. As Timothy leads the way here tonight in heat race number 1. And we are going to get ready to stack them up it might be single file. If it tells you single file, you guys can stack it up 2 by 2. Just go where you belong. All right, they're going to get that 1 to go. Stack it up 2 by 2 into turn number 1 and 2. I'm going to have to clear blacks. Pace truck is in. Down into turn 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Love you, Clint. Yeah, Clint's going to make it exciting. It's a difficult combination, especially if you're not used to dirt. And Clint's having a little bit of internet connection issue. A little bit of contact. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Going to be Timothy leading the way. Here comes Joey Kurt looking down low. Can he get it to stick on the bottom? Oh, he's going to get sideways out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Timothy trying to get away. It is going to be 2 laps to go at the line. Oh, Timothy grabs the wall down the front straightaway. Joey Kurt going to go to the bottom. You can work that bottom. You got to use the brake a little bit to get that thing to rotate and stay straight down on the bottom. Joey's going to goof that up. Here comes a slide job out of Weatherington. I guess it was kind of a slide job. Had the appearance of one as Weatherington throws it and not able to hold on to it as they head through 1 and 2. White flag is out down the back straightaway. Going to be Timothy leading the way through turn number 3 and 4. He's going to take the win here. And heat race number 2, Joey Kurt. He's going to take the number 2 spot. Weatherington in third. Baker and Clint round out your top 5 in the field. All right, let's get ready for heat race number 2. Shane, that was the most awkward slide job. That was good. All right, let's get ready for heat race number 3. Starting on the pole here tonight in heat race number 3, it's going to be the 000 of Tommy Cohick. He's looking to keep it on all 4. Outside of him in the number 35, it's going to be Curtis Griffin. Starting inside row number 2 in the number 2 machine, it is going to be Justin Sick. Outside of him in the number 20 machine, it's going to be Jacob Fields. Then rounding out the field here tonight in the number 56, it's going to be Taylor Wazen. Is it Wazen? Somebody tell me in the chat. Down into turn number 3 and 4. They're going to get the green next time by. Just remember, start is on Tommy, anywhere in the middle of 3 and 4 on out. All right, we're going to get that green flag as a pace car pulls in. Come on, 6. What's up, Laboon? This track is even better than yesterday's. Yeah, the updates were massive. As they look into turn number 3 and 4, Tommy going to look to start it. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Tommy going to go to the bottom, slides up in turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Curtis with a cut down the back straightaway. We're going to have a battle for the lead into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Curtis. Curtis thought about the slider. It wasn't there. He's going to keep it low out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Side by side into turn number 1 and 2. Drag race down the back straightaway. Tommy going to have the advantage. Curtis Griffin holding it strong down low into turn number 3 and 4. Great racing here between the top 2 as they come out of turn 4 down the front straightaway. It is fun, Jacob. Definitely fun. Yeah, I know. It was a lot of people were struggling with it, LaVon. Shane Haas, who is always doing stuff with us, he couldn't get it. 50 minutes, it told him. Down into turn number 1 and 2. 3 laps in the books. Top 3 still pretty close together as Justin Sick trying to find the speed and the way up to Curtis Griffin. Griffin may be closing in on Cohick as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Keeping it single file 4 now as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Curtis with a little bit too much gas there. Car tried to jump out from him as they hits the top side in turn number 3 and 4. Single file 4 now as they come down the front straightaway. We are gonna run the warm up when it's there. Yeah, it was massive, Blake. A lot of people were struggling with it. It took me about 15 minutes, but we won't talk about that. And I update everything. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, through 2 laps to go. It is all Tommy here in heat race number 3. Curtis Griffin getting the pressure from Sick, and it looks like Jacob Field has found some speed in that number 20. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go. Second, third, and fourth. Nose to tail out of turn number 2. Sick might be too far back. He's going to go to the bottom in turn number 3 and 4. Tries to make the run. Can't get it to roll out of turn number 4 quite fast enough. It's going to be Cohick, Griffin, Sick, Fields, and Taylor rounding out the field. You're salty? Look, we still got races. We got Eldora tomorrow. We have Cedar Lake on Thursday and Knoxville on Friday, guys. So don't count yourselves out. I think everybody's going to make it here. So we got 9 from there. We'll see how many. If there is 9 or less, everybody makes it, which it looks like there's going to be. I think there's going to be about 7, maybe 6. We're going to let this track burn in, though, because I think it's going to get racier as it burns in. All right, we're going to hit up the LCQ as these guys get out on the track. It is going to be Connor starting on the pole here tonight in the LCQ. Jesse Baker in second. Starting inside row 5. Yeah, you guys make it. Row number 2, it's going to be Jacob Fields. Outside of him, it's going to be Pierce Akins. Then rounding out the field here tonight in the LCQ, it's going to be Clint Sheehan. We're going to run this through, burn in this track as these guys roll out of turn number 2. Connor going to lead the field. He's got Jesse Baker to the outside. I'll tell you what, watch this number 20. He found a lot of speed towards the end of heat race number 3. Computer might be done by then. Oof. As they come out of turn number 4, they're going to get one to go this time by who you rooting for here in the LCQ. I guess I can't even call it an LCQ because everybody's going to make it. So the B main. Pace truck is in. Connor going to lead the field. I'm going to take a sip of my water. And I'm going to sit back and watch the racing. I'm going to be curious. Those are 2 fast cars in that second row. I'm assuming that Akins has figured things out. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Connor going to roll the top side. They're going to try to take it 3 wide for second contact. They're wrecking down the back straightaway. They were 3 wide, ran out of room. Caution flag comes out as they head into turn at number 3 and 4. We're going to take another look at this. I think he just decided. That was just, yeah. All right. So, Akins just leaned a little bit, and it looked like some net code jumped him out. Should have never kicked him out like that. I mean, they were just leaning on each other, and all of a sudden it just kicked out like he slammed him. And then you guys ran out of room on the back straightaway. Just to give you guys an idea what happened. All right, we're going to come to the line. Let's see if it's one to go this time by as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Field's going to be at the back of the pack here in that number 20. Yeah, Eldora, maybe. Yeah. I don't know how Eldora is going to be. I think these short tracks are it, honestly. Oswego was a handful. This was definitely much more manageable. As they head into turn at number 3 and 4, looking for that green flag. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4. Connor going to get a nice jump there. Clint's going to go fall back into that number 5 position. Jacob Fields going to go back to work as they touch again in 1 and 2. Big contact. That time Jesse almost goes around, able to save it as Pierce Akins makes it into the number 2 spot. Oh, Fields gets wonky. I thought there was a caution as they come out of turn number 4. Oh, save it, Fields. Cut the grass. Fields going to be able to hold on to it as they come out of turn number 2. It is going to be Connor McGowan leading the way out of turn number 4. 3 laps complete. Clint's having some internet malfunction here as he blinks down the front straightaway. Right now it is all Connor as Akins trying to chase him down. He has given it all he can out of turn number 2. Man, he had that thing hung way out of turn number 2, and he's going to blink out of... Wow, a few guys blinking here. I wonder if it has something to do with the update. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, it is going to be Connor leading the way into turn number 3 and 4. As they are going to be hit the halfway point. It is 5 laps to go. Jesse Baker struggling in that number 3 spot. Fields trying to reel him in. He's just got to get that momentum. This track is definitely starting to slicken out a little bit as we watch Fields roll that number 20. Let's go jump on board with him as he tries to gain on Jesse Baker. He's rolling that bottom side. Got a nice little slick spot starting in the middle of turn number 1 and 2. It is so hard. That is the hard part right there. 3 and 4 is freaking amazing. 1 and 2, when you hit that little spot there right before 2, it's almost like a little kink, and it's so hard to get it to rotate the way you want it through there. I think the top side is really it in 1 and 2. Just gets so wonky right there, but Jacob Fields doing a great job there in turn number 1 and 2 on the bottom side that time as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Where's Mayo at? He's Mayo. David Mayo's watching over on YouTube. Thrash is not a dirt guy. I don't know why. I think he said he had something going on as Jesse goes around. Oh, we got a caution. Oh, no caution as the white flag is out. White flag is out as these guys head through turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be Connor leading the way. Aiken's going to be in that number 2 spot. Clint Sheehan going to bring it home in third as he comes out of turn number 2, maybe turn number 2 down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Give Clint Sheehan that number 3 spot. Jacob Fields going to bring it home in 4th. Jesse Baker in 5th. It is so important to be easy on that throttle here, as it's only a 5-minute warm-up. If you guys think the track needs to get worked in a little bit more, go ahead and run some laps. All right, everybody's going out there. Oh, boy. They're going to go in and burn in the track a little bit, get a feel for it, see how slick it is, and be ready for tonight's feature. I'll tell you what, the guys in heat race number 1, like Hackney, are definitely going to appreciate this little 5-minute warm-up to see what the track is at, as he's going to go right to the bottom. That's what I would have done into turn number 1 and 2. Tommy trying to get onto the track there safely. He's going to pull out everybody pretty much out on the track, burning this thing in as they come out of turn number 4. All right. What do you guys think of the racing here so far? It has definitely been exciting. There is one driver, though, that I know is worried about the timing on this one, as Landon Moody does. Oh, he goes around. Oh, big hit for Moody and Hackney. Darn. All right, so we're going to get these guys rolling again as we got about a minute and a half into this one. It is only a 5-minute warm-up. We're going to see how much they want to work in this track. I think it's going to get racy. I think we're going to be able to work the top and the bottom, especially when you get back in the pack where these guys are making little mistakes. I think both lanes will definitely come into play. I'm going to be curious to see how it works. Hackney learned a lot yesterday at Oswego. I got a feeling he is going to be hard to beat here tonight in that number 69. Oh, somebody ordered Buc-ee's. Now they do have one fast repair here tonight as they head into turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be Hackney out front with that quick time. Moody's got the second quick time. Timothy third. Aikens has found some speed in the number 4 spot. Justin sick in 5th. Fields in 6th. Fields finding some speed. No surprises there. You can definitely see some of these guys you expect to start to rise to the top, especially as this track slickens out. Hackney trying to run. You're going to be interested to see maybe a slider in 1 and 2. I think this top 1 and 2 is really going to be. I think you can get the bottom to work. I think 1 and 2 is going to be slider or top. And then I think 3 and 4 could be top, bottom, or slider, or even middle. So 3 and 4 is going to be the place to watch here tonight. Really for some good side-by-side racing as we got about 2 minutes left into this one. Yeah, it is definitely getting racier. Passing is not going to be easy, including for the leader when he comes up on lap traffic. Looks like we're going to have about, maybe 13, 14 cars in tonight's feature. So about 4 shy from a full field. Still not bad. Definitely probably the amount you want to work with these cars on a dirt track, as Pierce going to go around in that number 25. Perfect spin. Stayed out of the way. Great job by the 25, not slowing up the rest of the field, as they got about 1 minute left here tonight in practice. Survival is going to play a big role. One fast repair for these guys here tonight. You want to take care of these cars. You don't want to have to go in and get that fast repair. Moody getting some extra laps in. Hackney going to pull out. He's going to try to get another lap or two in with about 30 seconds left. He'll get another, he'll get a lap, maybe a lap and a half in of actual full speed. We got people trying to sell me viewer bots over there on Twitch. Hold on, I'm just looking around real quick before we get to the green flag. All right. Who's ready for some action? Is that? Oh my God, he's gonna kill him. That was sick. All right, I had to. My bad. Bad joke. As we get ready for tonight's starting lineup, let's go ahead and pull it up. Starting on the pole here tonight in the number 69 machine, it is going to be Keith Hackney. Outside of him in the number 2, it's going to be Timothy Mesmer. Starting inside row number 3 in the 00, it's going to be Tommy Cohick. Outside of him in the number 84, it's going to be Landon Moody. Starting inside row number 3 in the number 11 machine, it's going to be Joey Kurt. Outside of him in the number 35, it's going to be Curtis Griffin. Starting inside row number 4 in the 101, it's going to be Brandon Barnhart. Outside of him in the number 5, it's going to be Shane Weatherington. Starting inside row number 5 in the number 2 machine, it's going to be Justin Sick. Outside of him in the number 64, it's going to be Connor McGowan. Starting inside row number 6 in the number 25, it's going to be Pierce Akins. Outside of him, it's now going to be the 17 of Jesse Baker. Then last but not least, in the number 20 machine, look for him to move forward. It is going to be Jacob Fields. 50 laps here tonight for the main event as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Listen to those cars roar as they come out of turn number 2. Let's hear it for your favorite when they come down the front straightaway, and I'm going to do a quick driver's meet. All right, guys, it is 50 laps here tonight. There's going to be some cautions. Take care of your cars. You do get one fast repair. Let's try and give each other a little bit of room and race this one out. Last night was not bad. Was better than expected. Got really racy as the track slickened up. Expect the same here tonight. Have fun. Start is on Keith anywhere in the middle of turn 3 and 4 on out. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Keith Hackney going to lead the way. Timothy Mesmer in that number 2 spot as they come out of turn number 4. Green flag is out. We got one around already out of turn number 4. Who was that? Tommy goes around in the 00. No caution flag. Not really sure what just happened there. Was it a stack up? Let's see. Oh, he just lost it. We're just going to let it roll. We'll let it roll. We're going to get some cautions here. As Timothy leads the way to the outside of Hackney. He's going to bang the wall. Leads that time by. Hackney going to dive back up underneath as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Hackney down low. Timothy up high. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Side by side for that number 1 spot. Hackney trying to hold strong on the bottom, but Timothy going to lead the way into turn number 1 and 2. Timothy leads it. Hackney chasing in that number 2 spot. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Here comes Hackney looking down low. Moody just behind these guys, watching and hoping he can find a place to tuck that nose in as they come down the front straightaway. Big pack here from about 4th on back as Griffin leads this pack into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, a little bit of contact between McGowan, I think, and Joey Kirk. They're going to keep it straight as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Slide job by Akins. Oh, they're going to be 3 wide into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, it is getting racy back here. We're going to keep an eye on the battle up at the front, but right now this is where all the action is at as this battle is starting to pick up. Here comes Barnhart looking low on Griffin. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Barnhart going to will go to the bottom as Griffin digs on the high side. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. We got a slow car down low. Caution. Flag comes out. I think Shane's just going to lose it. Shane just struggling. Turns it around. Oh! Oh. Yeah, Kurt's in there. Riley for the win if he was here. Yeah, Riley. You did good yesterday, my prof. Justin Sick tried to go for the stale donut. He didn't realize it was about 2 months old and chipped a tooth, and he's going in to get a new one. All right, they're going to come down the back straightaway. They're going to stack them up 2 by 2. Were we back straight? Yeah, back straight into turn number 3 and 4. Should be 1 to go this. All right, we got them stacked up 2 by 2 as they head into turn number, I don't know what they were saying. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, looking for the green flag this time by. They're going to stack them up 2 by 2. Looks like Shane went ahead and pulled out of this one as they come out of turn number 4. Green flag is out. Timothy on the gas down the front straightaway. Hackney, he's going to clear him. Hackney to the bottom in 1 and 2. Hackney's going to slide him in 1 and 2. Timothy's going to come back with the cut down. Out of turn 2, down the back straightaway. Hackney back to the number 2 spot as they head into 3 and 4. Great racing here up at the front. Here comes Hackney looking down low, down the front straightaway. Barnhart has definitely found some speed. He's not letting this front group get away as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Hackney trying to roll that bottom side in that number 69. He's going to get that thing to work tonight down low as they come out of turn number 4. I think he might be protecting the tires. He used them up, I think, a little bit last night, and I think he knows he needs to take care of those tires. It's a long race. 50 laps in these heavy cars on the slick track is definitely going to eat them up a little bit as they head through turn number 3 and 4. 10 laps in the books. I'll tell you what, Jacob Fields making his way up through the field. He's up 6 spots. So is Akins in the 25. Both these guys trying to get into the top 5. Akins is going to make it there as they come down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Battle for the lead continuing to rage on. Hackney cannot find his way around as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Like I said, top side I think is going to be it 1 and 2. You might be able to do slider. 3 and 4, there's going to be a lot of moving around, and it is pretty much slider right now. Not a surprise. You see that a lot here at Lucas Oil as Hackney's going to try slider through 1 and 2. That could be the move too as they come out of turn number 2. Moody rolls the bottom. It didn't look bad, but he lost that momentum down the straightaway and the ground into turn number 3. So definitely different strategies being played here as Pierce makes his way into the number 5 spots. Fields is definitely moving his way forward, currently up to the number 6 position. He's up 7 spots. Pierce Akins is up 6 spots into the number 5 position. Oh, Pierce is going to blink out once again as they come down the back front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Timothy continues to lead the way. Nothing Hackney can do as it stands right now. 15 laps in the books. 15 laps as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. You can hear these guys starting to have to pedal a little bit. That that roar has definitely quieted down some as these guys are tiptoeing around this track into turn number 3 and 4. Oh, Hackney gonna ride the wall down the front straightaway. Not really what he wants to do. Able to keep pace for now as they come out of turn number 2. Oh, he smacks it hard down the back straightaway into 3. That one definitely cost him as Timothy is going to get a little bit more breathing room out of turn number 4. I don't think it hurts him down the front straightaway, but that time down the back straightaway definitely hurt the number 69 as Hackney tries to get some mud on the tires out of turn number 2. Oh, landed. Keep it straight in the 84. Right now, single file racing as Timothy continues to lead the field. Hackney in second. You got to wonder, when will lap traffic play a role? Well, I'll tell you what, they're about a straightaway behind the 64. Jesse Baker up in front of him. So this could get interesting with how the leaders are able to work lap traffic here tonight as we are 20 laps into this one next time by. I'll tell you what, an impressive run out of Barnhart as Aikens continues to blink in that number 25. Oh, Fields is going to go around him. Move Fields up into the number 5 spot. He is moving forward. Fields might have something for these guys. He's definitely quicker than the guys in front of him. He was quicker after making the pass. Let's see if he can reel in Barnhart and Moody. Make this a battle. He's not too far behind Barnhart. As they head into turn number 1 and 2, let's start to keep an eye on these times. Right now, Moody and Timothy running pretty quick times, but Hackney, the quickest car last time by. Yeah, it is interesting, Swank. It is definitely interesting. Lap traffic up ahead as they come out of turn number 2. Kind of a surprise there, this spread out. Here comes the 25 of Aikens. I'll tell you what, Aikens was racing all day long yesterday, and he's looking to do the same here as Tommy, definitely quick, is trying to move his way back forward after having that misfortune on the start as they head through turn number 1 and 2 to the high side of Griffin. Oh, caution flag comes out. Oh no, Moody. Moody makes a mistake. Oh, he blew it. Oh, backs it into the wall. Oh, that is unfortunate for Landon Moody as he goes around in that number 84. Did he quit? Moody towed and called it quits. F in the chat. Moody didn't want the smoke. Great green flag run. This track has definitely worked its way in. We've seen this yesterday. Yeah, it's showing. I think it's showing him a lap down. I think it blinked that last time. Oh, he's back. He's back on the lead lap. I think. Maybe. Maybe not. Huh. It might have taken a lap away from him. That is unfortunate. As they are looking for the green flag. Oh, a little bit of contact between Timothy and Hackney as they come down the front straightaway. Hackney anticipating that one. Is Timothy going to slide him into turn number 1 and 2? Hackney going to come back with the cut down. Drag race down the back straightaway. They touch into turn number 3. Timothy way up in the mud. This could be bad news. Here comes Curtis Griffin in the 35. Curtis with a big run. Here comes Timothy back to the bottom side in turn number 1 and 2. Hackney up high. This is going to be a drag race as we got contact between Barnhart and Griffin out of turn number 2. Side by side for the lead. Timothy goes for the slider. It's not there. He's got to back out of it as they come down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Down into turn number 1 and 2. This is unfortunate for Aikens as he is definitely a lap down here as they come into turn number 3 and 4. We'll get him back on the lead lap. Next caution. down the front straightaway. It is a drag race for that number 3 spot as the leaders continue to duke it out. Hackney has now taken the lead away from Timothy. So Timothy had dominated the first part of this one, and now it is going to be Hackney. Can he control the final half of this one as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway? Battle for the number 3 spot. Great race in here. Cohick, I don't know what it is with him in third place, but man, he has had a couple great battles for the number 3 position. Hopefully this time it doesn't end him up on his lid as they head through turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be 29 laps complete. There's the 2 lanes. That's the 2 lanes I expected. Barnhart rolling that bottom side. Griffin on the high side. Barnhart with a great run out of 2. He's got the bottom of 1 and 2 working. Let's see if he can do the same through turn number 3 and 4 as Barnhart is starting to roll that bottom side, top side better in 3 and 4. So a little opposite of what I expected. I expected the bottom of 3 and 4 to be stronger, but it looks like the bottom of 1 and 2 is. As they come into turn number 3 and 4, Barnhart might have to set himself up for a slider here to complete that pass on Griffin. Griffin running strong up high as they head through 1 and 2. He's going to run lower through 1 and 2. Let's see if that helps Griffin. That time by it does, as he has a great run through 1 and 2. Battle for the lead definitely starting to heat up here as Timothy is closed back in on the back bumper of that number 69. He's going to throw that rear end up in the mud. Let's see if he can get the run out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Looking for 3 and 4. They're still side by side behind him. Hackney going to run slider in 3 and 4. Big run for Timothy down the front straightaway. He's going to take that momentum in 1 and 2. Can he carry it around out of turn number 2? He's going to look low. Caution flag comes out. Does Barnhart eat a tire here? Oh, he's going to eat that tire. Oh, no, he just, yeah, it does right here. Oh, my God. Oh, shit. We got to back that up. We got to back that up. These crashes are ridiculous sometimes. All right, let's slow-mo it. Ready? Boom. That was ridiculous. All right, so Barnhart going to be the cause of caution there. He's got a fast repair. He's going to be all right here tonight. Honestly, some great racing there, guys. That race for third was awesome. All right, we got them stacked up 2 by 2 as they come out of turn number 2. Hackney going to lead the way this time into turn number 3 and 4. Who's it going to be? Green flag is out. Hackney takes him slow out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. A little bit of contact as he leans into Timothy. Timothy going to lean back. That's going to open the door for Curtis Griffin. Will they be 3 wide out of 2 as Timothy muscles his way to the lead? Hackney with the slide. Here comes Timothy back with the cut down. Timothy going to cut down out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Almost got the tire. He's going to go around. Timothy going to be the cause of caution that time. Oh, this is actually phenomenal again. Oh, he goofed it. He kept it clean though. Good job by Timothy. Keep it from getting too much damage in that one. Honestly, I know it brought out the caution, but great save, Timothy, because that could have been a whole lot worse. All right, great racing up here tonight. I'll tell you what, this is phenomenal. I don't know what it is, but when we get in the second half of these races and this track slickens out, these cars are phenomenal to watch anyway. All right, we got them stacked up 2 by 2 again as they come out of turn number 2. Let's see if we get that one to go this time. It is going to be a 15-lap shootout. Hackney looking to hold on. How about Tommy Cohick up to the number 2 spot? Curtis Griffin having a great run in the number 3 position. Jacob Fields, don't count out the number 20 here tonight. And look at this. Justin Sick has creeped his way up into the number 5 spot. We can fill in the top if you guys want. All right, we are getting the green flag this time by as they come down the back straightaway. 2 by 2 into turn number 3 and 4, Hackney and Cohick. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4. Green flag's out. Hackney leads the way. Battle's going to be for second as Fields looks for his way around in that number 20. They're going to be almost 3 wide out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. I think Hackney, I don't know what Fields has, as they're 3 wide out of turn 4. They're going to get it back down to 2 by 2. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Fields going to roll that bottom through 1 and 2. He looks so good down there as they come out of turn number 2. He's got to clear Griffin, looking for that top 3. Next in line is going to be Cohick. He started shotgun on the field in that number 20 tonight as he is looking to get himself into victory lane. Could he go back to front? We're going to find out here in about 13 laps as they come out of turn number 2. Down into turn number 3 and 4. He backed it down way too much. Almost got into the tire, and that's going to cost him. Here comes Justin Sick in the 4th. That tire has gotten awfully treacherous down at the bottom side as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Hackney leads the way. Here comes Fields going back to work up underneath Sick out of turn number 4. 11 laps to go. Can we keep it lean and green as they head through turn number 3 and 4 down the front straightaway? Right now, where's Timothy? Timothy has only made his way up to the number 7 spot. He's been fast all night long, but just shows you how hard it is to pass here as they come out of turn number 4. That is the Hackney show right now as Tommy is in that number 2 spot. Curtis Griffin in 3rd. Justin Sick in 4th. But here comes Fields trying to work his way forward as Griffin's going to go way up the track. Contact further back. Big save out of Justin Sick. Timothy's going to take advantage. He jumps to the outside. He's looking for a twofer into turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Move Timothy up to the number 5 spot. Inside 10 laps to go as they come out of turn number 4. Battle up in front of Timothy. Timothy looking to take it to the top side. He is not afraid to take it 3 wide. He's going to rip the top side out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. They're going to take it 3 wide. No, Fields is going to back out as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4. Great racing at the back of the back. 7 laps complete. Timothy going to jump up into the 3rd position. He gets 2 out of turn number 4. Next in line for Timothy is going to be the 00 of Tommy Cohick as they head through turn number 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 6 laps to go. Hackney hoping they keep it green. Cohick in that number 2 spot. Timothy in 3rd. Jacob Fields trying to get the number 4 spot as they come out of turn number 2. Side by side, Griffin and Fields into turn number 3 and 4. 5 laps to go for these guys. Battle for 4th. Fields is going to take it. He's going to try to roll his way forward as Timothy closes a gap on Cohick as they come out of turn number 2. Tommy looking for a podium, looking for that redemption after the barrel roll as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Timothy's going to go low. Drag race out of Curtis is going to slide. Fields takes the spot away as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Got to keep an eye on this number 2 battle as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Timothy going to bang the wall. Almost into the back bumper of the 00. He is in the back bumper. Big save by Tommy as Timothy going to go to the bottom in 1 and 2. Slides them into turn number 1 and 2. Cut down by Tommy. Tommy going to get down low, down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. They're going to get 2 laps to go when they cross the line. This time by slide job by Cohick. Up the track. Here comes Timothy down low. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go into turn number 1 and 2. Tim with the slide. Tommy with the cut down. Good cut down for Tommy. Big run down the back straightaway. He's going to slide into turn number 3 and 4. Up the track for Tommy. Definitely a lot easier to do that time, but here comes Timothy. Back down low. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. We're watching the battle for second as Hackney is driving away from the field out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Through turn number 3 and 4. Who's going to get the number 2 spot? Timothy slides up. Tommy with a big run out of 4. Gets on the gas to the line. It's going to be Timothy at the line. Oh, wow. Hackney with the win. We're going to see who is the second. Cohick gets him at the line. Timothy in third. Griffin in 4th. Fields in 5th. Akins in 6th. Holy shit. Another thriller here tonight. Thanks for coming out. Tomorrow we'll be at Eldora, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time again. And anyone in the top 3 that wants an interview, jump in. All right, that was a lot of fun to watch again. It is going to be Keith Hackney with the win. Tommy and Cohick in second. Mesmer in third. Going to be Griffin in that number 4 spot. Jacob Fields in 5th. Akins in 6th. Going to be Sick in that number 7 spot. Barnhart in 8th. McGowan in 9th. Going to be Kirk in that number 10 spot. Moody in 11th. Jesse Baker 12th. Shane Weatherington in 13th. And nobody else started. So that's all we're going to go through. And we're going to go see if anybody is in the Discord. That was phenomenal. Mother. Finish your sentence. Holy shit, that was amazing. Again, I'll tell you what, these cars are racy, especially when it gets slick. Timothy, you made a mistake. Able to make it back up to third. Almost got second. What was it? Like a couple thousandths of a second between you and Tommy?
It was .011.
Yeah, it was stupid close. So great run there. You got to be happy. You led a lot of this race. That caution allowed Keith to get around you, and then you were trying to race back. Got around, got it in the tire a little bit, but still a solid finish.
Yeah, no, it was fun. Racing with Keith is a lot of fun. You know, on that restart before I put it in the tire, we were sitting there and he was giving me hell because I kept edging in front of him on a start, and he dang near gave it to me, and then that wall creeped up on me, and then I tried to cut underneath him next lap, and the tire decided to reach out and grab me, and then the next one reached out and held me. Yeah, it's just Lucas Oil for you.
I could imagine him sitting there, don't jump it. But yes, so man, you know, I don't know what it is about this combo. It is almost kind of boring to start with. You guys are just working in that track, and then you get those late cautions, and this track is slicking out. I mean, how racy was this thing at the end?
Yeah, it was pretty good. You know, early, I felt like it was really racy early. You know, me and Keith and everybody else who was in Discord with us, we were talking about what the line would be, and almost everybody thought it was going to be the bottom to start. To be honest with you, everybody was about 1/10 to 2/10 faster on the bottom, and starting on the top against Keith Hackney, I know I wasn't going to get to the bottom unless I passed him. So I just threw my nuts over my shoulder and passed him on the top, and then it was not on the bottom at all. Track kind of latched around the top, kind of took rubber over there, and 1 and 2 on entry, you could dump the throttle and it'd dang near make you fall off the top, how tight the car got. But then in the end, it got really racy. Just not racy enough for my car, apparently. Tractor tires beat me to the line. All in all, though, I mean, this combination is actually really fun on dirt when you're not at, you know, Knoxville, and the field can get strung out by a mile. When I was leading, I was coming up on Connor, and I got a little worried there for a second because he was running the line I was running, and every time I changed up my line, I'd seem to get pulled on a little bit, and Keith would catch me, so I'd have to go back to doing what I was doing. But all in all, I mean, for what it could have been, I really do believe this is a really fun combo with the right people.
Yeah, definitely was. We had a hell of a race last night too. So, especially between Ward and Hackney, but great run here tonight. Give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors.
I just want to thank you for putting this on and broadcasting this, giving us a place to race during week 13. Nice name, by the way. Really rolls off the tongue. And
Yeah.
then Keith for helping me there. He just reached in my car there before the start and just turned my wheel 90 degrees to the left. So it was a little hard to drive, but it was fast. And then everybody over at Factory 11, everybody that helps me in the real life program. Really fun, really, really good race. Just sucks that the tractor tire hit me and couldn't door Keith again.
Good run. Well, Tommy, you recovered from the barrel roll yesterday. That was amazing. Good run here tonight.
Spun out in the start.
Yeah, I know. I saw you got sideways. It looked like Joey had nowhere to go, gave you a little bump. It stayed green, and I figured, there's going to be a caution anyway. And then it stayed green for a little bit longer than I expected. But, man, you had to work your way back up through. Got a little bit of luck to get up through, too. Bad luck from Timothy was good luck for you. Up to second, man, that thing was quick. How important was patience tonight?
Oh, very, because you didn't know what the guy in front of you was going to do, if he was going to spin the tires entering the corner, and you would have to lift and avoid them, especially coming through the field.
We had a lot of fun at Oswego yesterday, some more than others, but we had a lot of fun at Oswego. This track definitely seemed to suit the car, and track combo was a little bit better. It definitely seemed a little bit more racy to me. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, I think people were worried because it was so shorter, but really this was more fun, I think, than the bigger track.
Yeah, definitely.
You just could throw it in there. You could run the bottom at the beginning if you were in the back of the pack. I doubt you probably had to run the line if you were up there with Keith and Tim the whole time.
Well, great
It's
run.
hard to pass in these.
It was definitely hard to pass. You paused too long.
I know Tim was way faster than me at the end, and I just kept sliding him, so he couldn't get by.
Yeah, that was a great battle. I'm glad we had that going to the end, but great run here tonight. Definitely survived in that KFC 00 tonight. Why don't I give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Just you for putting this stuff on. Get boring of the same old officials all the time, and so this is something different that we could have fun with.
Appreciate you, Tommy. Great run here tonight, and thank you for helping me with the feedback on the gear last night when you tested a little bit, because I definitely went with that.
No problem.
Hackney, man, great run yesterday and today. Tonight, you came out on the better end, but man, you had to be questioning early on with Tim.
Well, that little not so good person was on the throttle on the initial start before I was. So that just let him get on by. And when I was riding behind him, I was just running different lines. Just trying to see. I absolutely hate this place. I do not like it. I don't know. I just don't like it. I haven't liked it since I won the very first pro official ever at this track. Well, which has, some on my resume. But I haven't liked it since. I hate it. And I was just trying to see where I could run. And even when, on the first restart, I slid him and I about went off the track. And then that second restart when I had the lead, I think, was it? I don't know. Anyways, when he tried to, jump it again, I kind of didn't turn my wheel to the left when I should have. I sort of let it drift on up a little bit and rubbed on me a little bit. How he didn't go off the track, I have no idea. But we kept it going, and then and obviously we was gonna race then. The track had widened out at that point. It was just so top dominant. Like, I mean, yeah, you could run everywhere, but obviously the fastest line, if you could hit it, was the top or top slider, and yeah. So we just went with it, and then I asked him, did he hit the tire, and he said, yeah, it bit me. I was like, well, that sucks for you. And then after that last restart, there was so much moisture in the middle of the track on the exit, so I was trying to angle my car down and just hit that moisture, be real consistent hitting that line, and I was able to pull away. I mean, granted, I know they was racing, but I mean, I just felt I had so much drive off the corner because I had to worry about going to the top, wrist sliding off, which I did in 1, and I did in 4 as well. I got on the flat part, and I don't like getting up there, so
that
we'll
flat part's scary.
Yeah, I was kind of salty after last night, but hey, it was a good race, So yeah, we'll take it, and I guess we'll hit up the good old Eldora tomorrow before our league race.
Yeah, Eldora should be interesting tomorrow. I'm curious to see how it's going to be. I obviously think that a slick track is definitely going to be the advantage, so working it in is going to be important. We've seen that the last 2 nights, that it's definitely a lot more racy as the night goes on. But yeah, I mean, ultimately yesterday was a good race. I know it kind of sucked, but and I know that you cut Ward a huge break there when he got tight in 3 and 4. So, but yeah, tonight.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah. I mean, I knew he got tight and he pushed up, and it's all good. Like, it didn't really matter. I felt like he got off the throttle on the exit too, just for me to get back beside him. I could be wrong, but I felt like he did that. So I mean, respect him for doing that if he did. But I found that line last night on the bottom late, and I think we was like 6 to go. We had a green flag and then went straight to a caution. I hit the bottom perfect, and I probably could have got around him going in the next corner, and then that restart messed me up. I just couldn't hit the bottom until the last 2 laps. So yeah.
Well, a couple good nights for you. Definitely a lot of fun to watch. You put on a hell of a show. Why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Yeah, just Timmy for trying to get all my secrets out of me, which I gave him some secrets, and needless to say, I was fixing to have to rough him up for the win tonight. So yeah, all the guys at F11, you for broadcasting this, and everybody that comes in. Seen a few new faces tonight, and hopefully there'll be more show up tomorrow. It's Eldora, so I don't see no reason why people wouldn't want to show up just to have some fun. So.
Yeah, I think the update bit a lot of people tonight. I know there was quite a few people that said, "I'm trying to update," and they weren't able to make it. But we know that can happen.
Yeah, I had 40 gigs to update, so it didn't take long though. It only took about 3 minutes. So
Yeah, it
we'll
didn't
take
take me long either. I don't use McDonald's internet.
Yeah, I don't either.
I appreciate you guys. Good run tonight. Great show, and I am definitely looking forward to tomorrow. I'm smiling ear to ear right now.
Okay, man.
All right, have a good one.
Thank you.
All right, great run here tonight for these guys. Man, that was phenomenal. I don't know. I was so worried about this series, and it has turned out to be an amazing show, and hopefully we get some more tomorrow at Eldora. You don't want to miss it, guys. Make sure you hit that like, share, and follow. As always, until next time, be safe and have a good night.